The goal for myself and this channel is to inspire other people to own the things that have happened to them and to recognize that, look, like, you can go through some real bad stuff in life. You can go through anxiety and like deep sadness and depression and have suicidal thoughts and just be really, really, really at a low point in life, and you can still heal. It's raining outside and I have a cup of coffee and I'm so happy. What's going on, YouTube? This is going to be a very real, very raw vlog. So if you don't care about me or my life, I still love you and it's okay, but feel free to click off the video now because this is probably not going to be fun for you. Ever since I started therapy, I've been thinking a lot more about my YouTube channel and my future and why I'm here and what I'm trying to do, and it's time that I get a little real. The whole reason I started my channel in the first place was because I was taking a bet on me. It was the first time in my life that I was willing to roll the dice on me and my future and sign up for something outside of my comfort zone. The whole reason I started with a 3-year commitment in the first place is because I said, look, if I'm going to take a risk on myself, if I'm going to take this bet, I'm going all in. I will show up every single week for the next 3 years. I will make a video. I needed to be accountable to myself. I wasn't going to create a new network or like neural connection and just sever it halfway because I was going to give up. So that's why I committed to 3 years. And my whole goal of starting this channel was to show my journey to being an authentic person. And nothing that I've made so far isn't me. It is me. But what I started to realize now that I've been doing this for a few months is I am only sharing videos on topics that I have understood or that are sort of like a nostalgic, oh, this is in the rear view. I've already processed that this has sort of happened to me. So I get to give YouTube the real story and I get to show the tense moment and show at the end of it all, but don't worry, I'm better now, I healed, and it's past me. Like, this is what it looks like to be a healthy, strong, healed person. And the interesting thing that I'm starting to realize about self-development channels is that no one shows the things that they're struggling with today. Everyone shows the things that they've learned, or they show the miracle story of this is what I've been through, but this is how I got over it, and this is how I'm a healthy human today. But the reality is like we struggle with things, and looking back on my channel, I realized that I'm doing the same thing, which makes sense because I didn't know who I was when I started this channel. I know pieces of me, but I don't know exactly who I am because I don't know if I'm fully comfortable with who I am. It's fine. I'm 23. That's normal. But the whole point that I'm trying to make here is that I struggle actively a lot of the time. And it wasn't a conscious choice to just show up and show the stories where I have healed and I have kind of fixed things. But when I would even sit down with a vulnerable topic or an idea, it would sort of get out from under me. It was like the rug was being pulled out from under me. And it's like, but who's going to watch this? Because the world of YouTube has programmed us to say that no one cares about your active struggle and no one wants to hear negative things. And you're supposed to be like blissfully positive all the time. And everything's always supposed to be working perfectly in your life. And like, who are you to show up halfway if you're not finished on your journey of understanding who you are and you're not there yet and you're not at the end of your journey? Who are you to start? And like, why are you here? But that's not real and that's not my life. And I know that if I just keep making videos where I'm comfortable with the story and I can talk about the story, in 3 years, what'll happen is I will have a body of work that I'll be proud of because I will have learned all these things. I'll have learned how to talk to a camera and how to edit and how to open up. And this is me in no way saying that I'm not proud of what I've been doing so far because I really have come a long way. A year ago, I couldn't even go on an Instagram story on my public IG account. Like, it got to the point where I was actually considering creating like a Finsta, but more like a Realsta for just like the 3 people in my life who I feel really know the inner core of me and just practice showing up and taking space and talking about the things that are bothering me. That's the first idea that I ever had. So just the fact that I'm coming on YouTube and I can talk to the camera about these things is incredible growth for me. But I know that it can't stop here. And if I stop here, I'm falling way short of the goals that I have for myself, because the goal for myself and this channel is to inspire other people to own the things that have happened to them and to recognize that, look, like, you can go through some real bad stuff in life. You can go through anxiety and like deep sadness and depression and have suicidal thoughts and just be really, really, really at a low point in life, and you can still heal and you can still grow and you can overcome those things and you can be a better you. You can learn how to integrate your past with your future. You can learn how to accept yourself and love yourself and recognize that, despite everything, you're still worthy of love and belonging. So I need to show the struggle. And it's scary. It's hard to show the struggle. It's hard to show the things that I actively struggle with. But okay, I think now is the perfect time to start. So let's just go ahead. While I am strong, and yeah, I run a lot, and I was a powerlifter, I also have really bad body issues. I am a little dysmorphic. Just like sip some. No, but really, I am a little dysmorphic, and I struggle with that. I struggle with, oh my God, this is a big one. If my opinions aren't validated by other people agreeing with them, then all of a sudden I feel like my feelings are wrong. So I've referenced the fact that I've been sexually abused on this channel before, because I know no one is gonna disagree with that. Like, no one would say that that's not a shitty thing. Like, we can all agree that sexual abuse is a really messed up thing. No one's gonna discredit that or invalidate it. So I talk about it all the time, and I have no issue talking about it. But I don't talk about how toxic family life was when I was younger. How do you complain? Like, I live in a pretty nice house, if you look at the angles that I get around when I'm filming these videos. So I don't talk about how toxic my family life is and the ways that I was traumatized and emotionally abused, because it's just like, well, who's gonna agree with that? It's like more gray area. So I'm not honoring myself. I'm picking and choosing the things that I feel like are gonna do well, and the things that I feel like I know that aren't gonna be shut down, because I don't wanna be vulnerable. It's scary, but that's the whole reason I'm here, is to learn how to do that. So in 3 years, I wouldn't be upset if I just made videos on the stories that I know and I feel like I've healed from, but I would really feel like I cut it short, like I didn't do enough, because I would look back on where I am today and be like, wow, that's amazing. Like, Ariana, she really made a lot of amazing, impactful videos, and I know that she's done really like amazing things for herself, but where's 23-year-old Ari that's struggling? Where's 23-year-old Ari that's not really sure what she wants to do as a career? And where is that version of her that needs to move out and is really scared to do that because she's afraid of being lonely? Where is like all the real stuff, I'm not gonna curse, where's all the real stuff that she's just not talking about? Because like, that's the stage that I'm in, and all I want to do is talk about all the things that I know how to talk about, because I'm an intellectualizer and I like to process things and I don't want to feel my feelings. But that's the whole reason that I'm here, is to like show people that they can feel their feelings. It's hard. But we're working on it. So I'm gonna be more real. That's really what I came here to say. I'm gonna talk more about the things that bother me today, my active struggles today. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to share the things that I've learned already, because it's been a while that I've been in this sort of format with myself, and I've been writing for a really long time, and I'm very self-aware, and I really have learned a lot of tools and tactics that I've implemented in my life that I truly feel like have made such a big difference in the way that I view myself and the way that I live and operate in the world, and kind of how I show up well, and I'm working on being my full self. So I'm not going to stop making the videos that I'm making today. I love making those videos now, honestly. But I am going to try to be more raw. And I am going to really try to show all of you what's really happening in the life of a 23-year-old who graduated college a year and a half ago and is still trying to form a new identity that isn't about college or academics or student life or clubs and all that fun stuff, and finding your place in the world as a new adult and figuring out how to really love yourself and accept like every piece of who you are, and love my body and love my mind. And oh my God, that sounds so cliche and cringy, but it's true. you deserve that. And I'm not going to stop halfway. I'm going to show up and try to start really being me and more raw and more real and break down the patterns that I want to show other people that they can break down too. And the way that you do that is by doing the sucky work. And I want to do that sucky work in public, because when you are struggling with something and you are the prime audience for self-development YouTube, it is so inspiring. Do not get me wrong, it is so inspiring to watch people go on camera and talk about the things that they've struggled with and show you the miracle story of how they've healed from it. But at the same time that that's super inspiring and kind of motivating, it can also be really off-putting and very alienating, because then you sort of look around and you're like, wait a minute, all these people went through it, and here's the 6-minute video that I'm watching on how they have healed from it, and why am I still struggling? Like, why is it taking me so long to feel okay about the things that I'm struggling with? Like, something must be wrong with me. Because no one wants to show the struggle, because the struggle's hard. But you know what? The struggle is where it all happens, and I'm going to show my struggle, because I really do feel like it's going to help other people in the world. Maybe not today, but maybe in like 5 years when I'm put together, and then someone gets to go back into my YouTube history and see that I'm sobbing and see that I'm struggling and that it's hard, because that's the journey we all need to see. The journey that no one wants to talk about. That's what the world needs, always. Whether it's about self-development or it's a product that doesn't exist yet but that the world needs. I want to be what the world needs but doesn't know how to get. Now, that's not because I'm special in any way, but I think I can do that. And I want to step up and I want to show everybody that. And I want to be vulnerable. And I want to own me and show other people that they can own the things that have happened to them, and to be real and to get real and get dirty and get like deep. Wow, okay. I don't know what I just said is gonna go into this video, but I'm gonna commit to putting it on my channel, because that's painful, but it needs to be done. That's not going in my channel. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I love and appreciate you so much. And I thank you really for your support. And I'm going to show up for you. I'm going to show up for myself, and I'm going to show up for you. And we're going to do this together, because we all struggle and we all have things in life, like whether it's super deep traumas, like some of the things that I've experienced, or just having bad days. This happens to everybody. And I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone. That's really what I want. I want everybody to feel happier and to own themselves, and to recognize that we're all worthy of taking space in this world and showing up and being authentically who we are, because the world needs more of that. The world needs you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next week.